Hello everyone, this is Xenomes, and I had a little trouble in the energy supply in my country, so this is a day with terrible Brazil has got, for some reason today, some grave issues in lots of states, a major issue in the power supply, but probably something that can be easily fixed, just takes time. So in the morning I've lost energy twice, and then right now thrice for the third time in the day, and my region doesn't seem the most affected, and still that happened. Or maybe it's something else, but I think it's directly related to the blackout, right? So some blackouts, they are gonna investigate. Doesn't seem to be a big issue since the light is returning anyway. And so I'm gonna delete the previous video because I've lost what I in the middle, right? So what I'm gonna do, no, sorry, I'm not gonna delete the other one. I'm gonna just create some connection and then continue from the following. So I don't have to re-explain everything. So let's go directly to what we're doing. I need to pick these bones here, and I want to develop this rig. Okay, not with this one. This advanced foot rig, I want to place it there. Okay, so first thing, I want to duplicate this, and then I'm going to go on pose mode, and I'm going to clear out all the bone constraints, because this will require to be a different setup. So screencast keys on. Let's clear all those bone constraints at once. Let's move this to this other layer, which I'll call currently the I'll call it dev. This is for development stuff, the new stuff that I'm making. So let's move this around. And this is not necessarily, I think, what I'm doing here, but I prefer to start first placing this thing there. Yeah, so to place it here, yes, I'll have to make some rotational adjustments, but instead of like the other one, which are there, right? Because then they would be stacking. So let's do let's put them, yeah, they are started stored here. I cannot move them as a group and rotate. I'm not sure yet how this can be achieved, so maybe pivot would do the job. Let's try to pivot like from this. Maybe that's the way to do. So no box thing on local, and pivoting on some, actually I want to roll these things, so why can't I? Yeah, alright. So normal view. Oh, maybe the view thing. Sounds plausible. So let's see. Rotate. No, this doesn't seem to make transform orientation course. Align the transformation axis to the. Oh, this could be. Yeah, not sure about that. I don't know what are the axes of this thing, but could work. Anyways, I should study that at some point, but The important thing here is it doesn't need to be perfect in the beginning. Just make approaching, because then I'll just use trigonometry and some no, it will be easy to apply the alignments, so I just have to restructure the thing, so the whole contraption. And of course I would like to simplify this, but as I said on the previous one, hope the light doesn't get disrupted again suddenly, then I lose all this, then I'll be mad. Okay, so let's start putting those bones there, then after that I can start to align them. And so this is here. This one will be a bit more complicated, so this is simple. Okay, let's start snapping this thing there, and then this one we can snap it here already, then this one we snap there. These are the local ones. These are not even working for me currently, so let's place them also eventually, just for this is what? Control T roll? Control T. Oh yes, this is the, okay. So the problem here is that, yeah, I need to maintain this, yeah, I want to retain this bone length, but I need to yeah, that is like, alright, I have an idea. I'm gonna duplicate that and I'm gonna invert and I put it here, and then I can align this with this. Yes, okay, let's align this with this, and then I can already snap that here, and then snap that there. Okay, then I can pick the 002 and delete. Alright, let's make sure that this is aligned to the def toes. Alright, okay, this, then apparently this bone is not aligned properly, but we'll fix this in a moment. This we will align with yeah, so we'll have to do this sort of thing again. So I duplicate this bone for a moment, and then I get an Alt F. Apparently the roll here is need to be like not enough, so maybe -90. Then I make this alignment here, then I can delete that thing. Then this can already, I'm just in doubt because this same row could be made with well, it's either that or that. So yeah, let's keep the -90, and then this is 90, this is -90. Okay, so then continuation, we can then align this with that. Okay, then this already was aligned with that. This is fine. This one would, this tiny one, which is parent of the bigger one, right above it, this facing this direction. Okay, no, yes, align here please. Then this one I can just match it here, and then it would align with, no, not this one, with this one. And then oh, those ones are facing that direction, they align here. Do I have a diagonal one? I think I may have, but deformed bones, I don't need to check to see the deformed bones nor the tip bones, so no problem here. This probably requires alignment. How many bones are here? Just... alright, so probably there's a mechanism bone there. Okay, so anyways, just align. And fine, this seems to be completed. The parentings now. So this means what's happening now is that, as you see, okay, the rig should be functioning, except that this stays there. So I have to make this warp altogether. So I'll investigate how I will have its constraints are working. So let's duplicate duplicated advanced foot rig. Okay, then hold on, let me open the chat. Let's see how, yes, everything is correct. So let's keep working on this thing, except that I need to change the size here of my window. All right, yes, okay, then let's start to work on that. The parentings probably are a bit wrong right now. We don't have control bones, we don't have tip bones relevant here. The master bones are not required, and the depth bone is required. The mechanism bone also required, but mostly just for this tiny one. So perhaps we don't need it, right? Yes, so because this, exactly, we don't need this, because basically this system here is for the deformation rig, and the deformation rig is, of course I have a deformation rig for these connections here, because I'm not using I could have a special chain to make this thing. So this would safeguard the deformation rig, right, as just for its own deformation rig purpose, right? But it's stacking functionalities right now. So yeah, I should probably have this simplification, not simplification, this complexification, but at the same time organization thing. Yeah, it's not the case. Maybe I do that later on a tutorial, for example, for all this thing. But now we are going to try to apply, I try to have this advanced foot rig work for the deform rig. So yeah, I'm not gonna show right now. So let's start, because I already hid the layers. So in principle, for that to work, I'll have that. All right. Okay, I'm seeing a problem here. I have to warp. First of thing, I have to warp the rig, but currently this is already being warped, right? That's right. It's already been warped, but maybe it's not being warped the way I want. Where is this? Okay, this bone is there, right? So this maybe I'll have to brick the other advanced foot rig, and this will ruin my original attempt that I would like maybe attempt to have both advanced foot rig working. This is kind of crazy. There are many reasons that could fail, because there's just not enough splitting categories for, well, there may be, because bond constraint, they can stack transforms, right? Parenting too, but it could get a complete mess. So let's see first the parenting, right? So this is this has got probably parented to this, okay, and this, well, I can have this verified easily. Let's just get something like two properties editors here, yes, then one for bond constraints, although no bond constraints here yet, we'll have to make them later, and then here relations, yeah, so the parenting, so control tip row 1, okay, this is that one, which is parents to, wait, control tip, no, this is one, this is this one, okay, so that's fine. There you see there here, okay, then this one is parented master leg. No, this is wrong, because this should follow this one, so the control ankle. All right, so this is like the final bone of all this structure. I want to this is one that I want to delete, just as this other one. So let's see here. I need okay, then I was here. Okay, this chain terminates here on that other, but this one is different. Right now I have a problem, because this one is not warping, and I cannot just parent it to the deformed bone. It's the opposite. The deformed bone should be parent to it. This is not warping, so well, let's ignore this connection, that is crucial connection right now, and let's see how this parenting goes. So it goes here, then this goes here, then this goes here, which goes here. Okay, so I could at least get these alignments, okay, because on local, and then SG0, no, SZ0, is that correct? Let's one per SZ0, SY0, nope, SY0, no, this is rotation. Okay, let's just, okay, put it there, then get some low normal, and let's move it to the side, but not with this, with individual. Then do that with white is, okay, it faced the other way, right? So let's do it that way, then face upwards, then okay, finally. But these are not working, or not working as expected, so it's just there for maybe after I have them work, so don't want to mess this right now, even though just as this one I want to delete them. And alright, then this one goes to the inner, and the inner goes to the tip, and this one is independent, so it goes to, it starts on its own. It's a control tip roll for this, and it will be parented to here. Okay, so this one is parented there, and nothing is parent to itself. Now starts the problem. I probably will have to make some separation here. Let's see what's happened first. Is the construction warping? No, it's not warping. So even though this bone is parented offset there, this doesn't make any warping. What I would need is that any of these bones should go there, but those bones should carry this bone, the deformed bone, somehow. The deformed bone is going there because it is being warped by the other system, the other advanced foot rig, and through parenting. But I can only have one parent at a time, unless I use child of bone constraints, right? So if currently the deformed bone is parented offset to this I key target there, this tiny one, which is part of the other rig. But I could change the functionality, yes. I can do something, yeah, but let's not, yeah, because then this bone will become the warper, and then we split because I have a mapper bone. Yeah, so this would be a smart move, because this will be like a warper bones. So instead of I key target, and then I economize something from that, right? So let's pick the, oh yeah, never mind about what's happening there. Okay, let's do it. So I want this bone, then the map is actually will be the I key target. This was as it was before. There are many different ways to do that, but okay, so let's copy that. Let's bring this thing as the Mac foot IK. No, let's map foot IK. So now this doesn't change how the rig works. It just has hierarchical step difference. So you see, this was the warper bone, and this is the map bone, which is actually IK target. They have all the same orientation. So what's happening here is that this bone now, which is the parent of the deformed bone, right? I should change its name for simplicity, right? So let's call it yeah, but I don't want to change right now because this will destroy the names of the other side, the symmetry. It's just really annoying that you change the bone name, then it doesn't symmetrize actually. There should be an operator for that, but how to change names, flip names? Yeah, I don't know. This is something I'm not familiar with. Maybe there's not an operator for that, or a method, easy method, automate. So what I need to do here is to, okay, in principle the splitting should occur okay, let's say that this is warped. What is this bone shouldn't be parented to as it is now parented. It is parent to Macto's roll. What is Mechanistos roll? Okay, so no, this must have this parent. This instead would not have this parent. Let's clear this parent and let's see if the rig still works. Okay, so in principle, you see there, but now this bone, it is still, although it was used as a warper, it's doing more than it should. Yes, because of some. Okay, so it has a where it is. It has a transformation bone constraint. All right, transform, replace there. Alright, so I can still split, but I would like it to follow. But it cannot follow, and this is dangerous if I get something like that. Where is that? Where does that bone goes? Disappeared. No, probably it got back there, right? No. Let's try to. Cannot find it. Oh, it's there. So this thing is very strange. So copy transforms. Okay, it needs to go word space, so it gets warped. But then if we try to do anything like that, you see, before original, the problem, I don't see where it is. Maybe if I try to move it, yeah, it's up there out of nowhere. So split, yeah, nothing there responds properly. What's after original? No. After, yeah, never. In this rig, not so it's word replace, because if I try to use local space, then of course this, it wouldn't warp, it would be using local space, so that's not okay. So apparently there's no much thing to do about this bone, so actually it is warping and it's staying there. Yes, so maybe this is a bad thing. However, I still have a backup bone here for the other system, and so this could drive the although the parenting here is for the warp bone, for the foot bone here that I've got it at hand. The bone constraint for the deformed bone is going towards the ankle. But now what I need to do here, in order to make the deformed bone being part of this, and then it will drag it along, I hope so, would that I will have the deformed bone targeting this bone, which is map foot I key left is 001, alright? So this may go crazy for to begin with. Yes, so now although it is being pushed to this, the problem is that this thing needs to warp. So you see the other bone is being warped, but it's not warping this thing because now it is bone constraint, and the bone constraint is stronger than the parenting. And so this is a problem, but if we are able to warp this thing, we could solve the problem. And so the problem is that I cannot warp it to I need another warper bone or use the ankle, which is, yeah, except that, yes, it has the same orientation, so this can be used as a warper for this thing. And so let's add a transformation, copy transforms there. Of course the rest isn't responding. I need to find oh, they don't have any bond constraint, that's why. And so we gonna have, okay, it's warped now. But I can still move it, probably because, no, I cannot. Alright, and now this is moving that thing. I could probably set just that the IK target for this is this bone. Why not? Because I'm updating. So yes, it still works. And now this will be the new, the new IK target, just as this one is the IK target for the other chain. So the masters are no more IK targets, they are the left side at least. The other needs symmetrization to be like that too. So what I need here now is the rest of the rig, and now I'm a bit lost, but I'll find my way. It's just because I need to remember. Yeah, probably I should. Yeah, okay, so I need to reproduce these bond constraints there. Okay, no bond constraint here. I need to find out why the other parts are not being warped. Maybe I could start copying some, right? Because we want to equal that, so let's copy that. Okay, that won't change. Then this would be, let's see, yeah, I'll just change the targets, right? Control foot roll, it would be something else. So control foot roll. Alright, control foot roll instead, control foot roll 001. Alright, then here copy rotation, control tip roll 001. Yeah, just everything except that. Alright, so these warps, map, and this retains the parenting, right? This is parented to, alright. Okay, so let's copy the stuff there. Something is missing though, so could start with that one, right? So it's the inverse. First this one, then this one, then as you see now it is copied, but we will add a 001, and now this and this, and then I go back there, and anyways I need to go back to pick the others, so let's already fix that. And then we have this is heel roll 01, and heel roll will pick from here. Let's activate the screencast keys. No, it's already activated. Okay, I'm gonna save, then we go back. Did I already copied? Maybe. So here add this new thing, update here, and this doesn't have target. Alright, and then no, it's first here, and then there, toes row. No, no, and I forgot to press shift. Actually, it was the opposite. I have the toes roll, and then I got the other one. Toes roll, and let's make the copy, and then again, very tedious, I know, but we yeah, if I have maintained this the old targets, it might have been very confusing, and yeah, so I prefer to make that way. Anything else? Maybe this one. Let's see. This one is fine. This one, oh yes, this one is lacking. And 001, at least is just this kind of thing. And master leg, this is not even enable. This also. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. So it's on an extra feature that I was even not remembering. Alright. So why it is not warping and the other works? Well, actually I just figured out why. It's because I decided to make it here. It requires, in this situation, it requires a special warping system, all this thing. While because this other system already started there, the only part that needed warping was the, you see, the part, that one, that kind of thing. So this means that I need to reproduce for this approach here. I need to reproduce the old system of warping that I was making, but it's very simple. So let's just give some idea. It's interesting anyway. So let's see if I remember how it works. Basically, I need to align some bone here. Yes, could be already this one. The location, though, would that it be this one? Yes, I think in this case it's that one. So basically this bone, which is parented to, okay, so this gets no parent, this is fine. This gets parented to it, offset. This is the warp bone, so warp left, whatever. And then what it does is that it holds that position without parenting. Actually, it should go no, it stays like where it is. That's perfect. But then through a bone constraint, we make it, because all this structure is parented to it, you see, it moves. Then I have it go on copy transforms to this thing, and then it will warp, copy transform. So the warper bone is immobile, we cannot, right, it's bone constrained, but that bone, it's free to move. However, something is happening here, that the rig is not fully operational, so you see nothing works there. And of course this is happening because there are some connections here that are not achieved. But as you see, now this advanced foot rig is following the deformation foot, and if I combine then both foot rigs are following like crazy like that. So in this case there's this warp left. Where is the... okay, it's there, right? And I could symmetrize that. This is annoying me, but what we can do, we could do just some symmetrization from here. Okay, so this now it's very complicated. We don't understand nothing what's going on, but basically there are two of these systems, except that the foot still responds only to the first one. They don't interact really, but this one at least is independent from the other. The solution here now is that okay, 001, so this is bone constraint to... oh, it's not to the control ankle, it's being used as a warp, but now it doesn't require to do that because we have the warping system, so maybe this is useless. Oh, I see. Okay, so this was... because I was using another warp system, this was not even required. So starts to work. So let's see. So the advanced foot rig is starting to work on the... okay, it's getting some leverage power there, right? Let's attempt some... okay. There's lack of floor there. That wouldn't work anyways if I tried from... what is this? There are two... okay, I see what's going on. There are some... the warping is getting messed up for the... you see, this is diagonal. So there's a warping thing that is going wrong for the whole foot, so it's affecting both systems. I'm curious to know... okay, so I'm about to finally... yeah, it would be really nice if I made a quick experiment, just delete everything from the... yeah, okay, substitute, but I'm not ready for that yet. Personally, I prefer to finish what I've started, or at least attempt to conclude, but it's getting clear to me that I don't need that anymore. Just one would work, but I need to have this bone. Okay, copy transforms to I key to that one. Alright, so this is the... oh, hold on. Span to... okay, alright. Okay, so that means what? I should change this thing, right? Copy transform world. What is happening exactly? We see that the foot comes to that position, but it comes tilted, right? The whole foot. And why this is happening? This bone constraint is working, but it seems to be failing. Start to fail as this bone is free. It needs to align to this. Yeah. Alright, so this bone has lost the alignment, right, with the other part, right, which is this dependent of. So this happened after I've took off its bone constraint. However, yes, it needs to be bone constrained to this, or at least parented, but it cannot lose its ability to respond to the advanced foot rig, because it's part of the new advanced foot rig. So what I think I can do, perhaps, this is, so you see this aligns, but then it just stops responding. What are these? Okay, I need to, okay, here. So the warping also goes all wrong. Oh yes, the alignment, of course. So this actually, yeah, this is wrong. I needed a new bone here, probably, because if I warp, I can't just use local space. It won't warp properly. So the alignment must be perfect, and I aligned it to a bone which is tilted right this way. So let's do something different here. Let's add and I don't have any bone here facing forward, so I need a mapping system for this warping bone. So what is, let's see here, that will be map warp left, whatever, and let's symmetrize that. I need to parent this to something relevant. Yeah, let's parent it to this. Alright, and that will be the actual target of the warping system. Yeah, so sorry about the all complication, but I'm not lost, so that's I will be able to keep going on with this thing. So this, of course, is going to be map warp left, and oh, not this bone, of course, it's this bone. Map warp left. Oh yes. Alright, so now the warping is correct. What is not correct is that although this foot rig responds to so currently the deformed bone is not responding to. Okay, so the problem is this warping bone. If I, okay, alright, because it is parented to the rig there, so it does, to the advanced foot rig, right? So it doesn't need to warp anymore. The warping is functionality is being done by this and this thing and that other map that I created, this one. Okay, so now I need to invert the functionalities in terms of parenting and bone constraint. Bone constraint is usually higher priority than parenting. I don't know how to explain. It's in practice it's very powerful. It overrides some things. So instead of having uh, so what I need is to make sure that it will respond to what? It doesn't need to respond to it. It just needs to be parented to the advanced foot rig, right? Its parent currently is the, okay, this is what it should be parent to. But this bone, the deformed bone, must have some relation to it, which it is not having. So let's see again. So, oh, this is the wrong side. So let's go pick here. All right, then let's see. Okay, it's got a copy transforms to the map foot AK001, which is that one. All right, so it already bone constrained to it in a very strong way. Then it is okay, so we are starting to have some mechanism here, but you see it's not perfect. There's some difficulty in leverage, and I see why this is happening. I think maybe you can't figure out because you're not familiar or not doing the work properly, but you see that it's not being capable of leveraging. It's trespassing the bone. It's like it's a ghost. It's not causing leverage that I would like to. And of course this is because these mechanisms alone, they are different from this mechanism. So this bone should be actually the one that could leverage this thing. But it cannot do it through its, let's say, through its child. The child, or the bones which are bone constrained to it, should already be able to leverage. And if I get them to, well, they cannot work together, because what this does, it's like as I leverage this, I'd have to have this bone follow. But the problem is all these bones, they are related, dependent on this bone. I cannot double pose the things, right? I pose this and then I needed to do this simultaneously to get the leverage thing. So one way to do this is to change the leverage system, not from the basis of the head of this bone, which is higher on the hierarchy, which has got its head on this ankle joint. Actually, the joint that matters here is not that one. It's that one, because the shin bone is here, and the other mechanism bone is here. But I think this is the deformation shin bone, bendy bone that you see here. So this is the important joint, whatever any of those joints. This is the joint that I need to leverage from. So one of those bones, they need to take this, probably the deformed bone should take should be the target actually of this thing. I never attempt this, but kind of crazy, but yeah, this could work. So let me just put that. Yeah, I'm having some issue there with the head. Yeah, so you see it wasn't supposed to make this slight tilt of the, so this was not the idea. What I could do though is get this and then slightly move like on normal on z-axis, yeah, until it doesn't move anymore. So yeah, a little fix here. Sometimes it doesn't move the bone, but whatever. Let's try. So I'm mostly sure that if I pick this, the deaf bone as a target, this should be enough, provided it doesn't break the rig. So it's the head of the deformed bone, which should become instead the limit distance factor. So now if I can still leverage, and now probably if I use this, that's the great moment. Yes! So the deaf bone now is able to indirectly push from an invisible column that bone. But of course, as soon as I took this off, the leverage ends. I reset. There is some... okay, so so this works. And so the advanced foot rig is working on this contraption. Maybe not everything of the advanced foot rig though, but at least the most important feature, which is the leverage, is working. Wow, that's incredible, folks, because I've been working on this for weeks, not exactly knowing everything that I would find in my way. So yeah, this is very, very, very relevant for an experimental rig. And now what I want to test is, does the other rig roll, not roll 001, but just roll? Yes, they are still working, but I really, yeah, I could, no, this is the other side, right side, right? So hold on, let's, of course we don't, now this means I don't need to do this anymore, only if I want to play with that I can do this instead. And of course, in principle, if whatever pose for this, I should be able to get the original. And is this working? Alright, yes, this is working. So, but I could pick the other one too, and also have, no, the leverage is not working for this case. There's still some trouble in leveraging. Did I saw that before? No, maybe I wasn't paying attention. So there's something that is fail. Oh yeah, so this is minimal thing. What's happening is just that this requires the toes roll need an additional copy transforms to this new controller. So let's and this will be a situation in which, of course, I'll instead just duplicate this one and change the target to this. Wait, where? No, it's here. It's here. Okay. Change the target here, and then of course now I have this. All right. So that's it. So this is why I can. Hold on. This is wrong. This is the wrong leg, maybe. Alright, so 001. I just wanted to test this for... Okay. What about the other foot rig system? um, 001 00, yeah, everything except this side rows that for this it will I would something is failing about it. Maybe it's, yeah, that doesn't matter because I want to delete them. In it's part of the simplification, since we can do those at any time. I can bring them back because I'm familiar now how that works, but it took some time to learn that, right? Because we can do this and I kind of find this much more convenient for animation, at least for, yeah, so can use shortcuts to have this faster. And anyways, not the best example here, but you see, too many bones to care. And if we can, the most important thing is the roll. So wow, that was huge. So I think I can already make a tutorial about that, but let's finish here with the simplifications. I'll show you. So simplifications, and this means the following, folks. I'll do whatever it takes to simplify now. I will open here my list. So simplify advanced foot rig, keep only 3 rows for control toes, fine. I don't need the one of the dual I key, the chain, so the one with the chain length of 2. The advanced foot rig, for that, the first one that I've made, it could be deleted now. It should be, and I'll just keep those bones on the new one for the deform rig, right? Which is the one that contains the double I key chains, right? And advanced foot rig, rolls leverage system for deaf bones. Yeah, that's just exactly what I was able to succeed. And then we simplified this. All right, so I'll make so goodbye for these things here. I don't, this warper works, but it's not, I prefer the other warping system. All these bones, they go, they should say goodbye. We'll just change the bone constraints and maybe the parenting. So this is 001, it goes out. This is 001, goes out. These max sinner also out. And this warper we keep. And the deform, of course, we keep. So this, of course, the name is different. This should be, I'm deciding if how, okay, so this is not a, yeah, so this will be mechanism foot warp. So foot warp or foot map, no, it's foot warp. Then the problem is the other side now. I don't know, you see, it has the wrong name. So, and now it doesn't matter what I do here because auto name left and right, foot warp left. No, it is lost, right? Armature names, auto name front back, auto name flip names. Now this will just flip but won't do anything to that. So maybe lacking some operator. Let's see if I can quickly find something. So Blender rename bone left to right bone. Not sure if You can rename your bird the name field It's also possible to rename by double-clicking bones in the outliners. That also provides you some tools that make advanced fashion another automatically. Yeah, no. What is the correction? Yeah, if I select, I would have to select both, right, simultaneously. Maybe with something like this symmetry thing. It's just X mirror. There's no selection symmetry. For edit modes. Wait. The symmetry works, but it's there's no X mirror view. Yeah, this doesn't get me the double selection. But what I could do quickly is get... Yeah, I should make a double selection. Really annoying, right? Unless there was some operator that allowed me to get a double... to select the opposite bone easily, right? But... what? I've read something... how to select the bone in the armature. How to make it appear in the armature. Okay, never mind. So foot key, let's change this to Mac foot warp R. Okay, so that's our warper, and this bone now it can, yeah, parented to the warper, and the warper is parented to what? No, something is parented. It is this one, I guess. Map ankle parented to no, this is the wrong thing. Parent to, alright, it's not. Oh, this is just, okay, so this bone is parented to nothing, but we can change this immediately. So let me get it parented to as it was originally. It would be just like the here, so this will be toes. This is not required because as it warps to, okay, so maybe now I could get, yeah, I need to get rid of that. Then let's see, yes, so delete this, delete this deep roll, and now okay, keep this neck roll, toes roll, oh, so this was for the other side. Okay, so this we keep, control toes. Then here we got map. Okay, I'm changing this, but this time I'm going to make a double, control F2, so bones, and then find replace instead of map is mech. Okay, so map change to mechanism. Then we add another thing. Then it would be foot I key. No, I key we change to map, something like that. Foot map. Okay, so one is warp, the other is map. I don't know, this is a way to get clear. And then of course something will stack the I key target. and I must make sure that, oh, this is dangerous. At least yeah, because maybe I'm lacking more. Remember, I've made this was the original IK target, but if I do this now, this becomes the IK target for the systems must be split. I still have requirement of 2 IK targets. This is currently the IK target for the MacFoot map. Alright, so this will be the IK target for this, I believe. Yeah, and however, there is okay, so now something is happening. Okay, it lost the target because I've deleted some bones. So now the warp, this comes back to be the warper, and it should warp there, right? So let's copy that and let's warp with copy transforms and leave the foot bone as it is. So copy transforms. Okay, no need to. Okay, so now it's warping, but maybe there's need of another subdivision there, right? So now what we need to find out is how to, hold on, yeah, everything got quite broke here. This, okay, first hold on, let me delete this because we're simplifying that. Those row, actually this copy transforms, no, this is yeah, this is a duplicate there, doesn't matter. This holds, no, this holds something different. So okay, no, not get confused. So this fixed. This would be now alright, so maybe this could be the IK target for the original, that other chain. So now actually so maybe this is wrong, but let's attempt this. And of course now this requires to be the parent of these contraptions. So this thing, you see, is going to there, but no, actually this goes here. And we're going to change all this. So this parent on Mac heel roll, this to leg, no, this to this, and this one also here. Maybe this orientation is wrong for parenting purpose, but I think no, because parenting is always local, right? Local space. So what it has now happening is that, well, I'm having major issues here. This bone, which has no bone constraint at all, what is its parent? Okay, it's the mactos, but they are not, nothing is responding, right? Oh, okay, so this is not responding, this is not responding. The advanced foot rig is slightly responding. So what is going on? Okay, it's pushing this, but it's not pushing Alright, so despite of the parent there, this is not being useful enough. The map, and okay, this is not the case. Master leg, no. And this bone is completely dead, so actually let's parent this that way. So now at least this can bring stuff here, this can separate, but so basically this will do just the main double I key. This will do the one I key chain for the shin. This will do the double I key, dual I key chain, shin and but using the mechanism chain, right? So basically this bone probably should be okay. So why copy? Oh, there is lacking the targets here, of course. So this needs to target what? I believe already foot mech warp. Okay, so why it follows? Okay, it is getting this functionality, but it is losing yeah, everything else doesn't have priority on it. So maybe this copy transforms is maybe it's for the warping, right? So maybe this with this parent complicated, but we're going to solve. I think in this case I need something like a child of bone constraint, because this bone simply has two, it's kind of free. It just, okay, it's carrying. Looks like, did it lost the parenting? Yeah, it did. So actually this was a simple thing. Now these bones carry this, and these bones carries, okay, so it was just a lost the parenting of something, but it's not sure that everything will work. Okay, so foot leverage is working here. Let's see about, oh, this is pushing. Alright, so here this is wrong. Maybe the parenting here needs to be offset. Why is this copy transforms? Does it? Okay, let's try to fix that parenting here. So it's parenting, no. Okay, no, there's no relation here. Okay, so this is something apart. It's clear that if I took this off, it's still leveraging, and of course this will do all the things. So this is wrong. The Ike target here is getting messed up. I'm not being able to Okay, so what's happening here is I'm not really splitting the stuff. That's exactly because this is the IK target now. For the original, the targets must split in different in different ways. This is neck foot, right? This thing, and I see this is this cannot be the IK target for the dual chain in this category. The double IK target must be okay, so it should be this. Fortunately, the joint here is here, so this will be the IK target for the original, and this means that now I've split the IK target, so this makes the full IK. This will, because it uses whatever IK target there, it has this thing, and it doesn't push now, but it has the advanced foot rig, and the advanced foot rig now works wherever the foot is. But I need to activate this bone constraint, limit distance, and now I can leverage. I can have okay, this is the dual. I can still do it from, of course, not from the full IK, but from simply this unique positioning. Then I can separate and do my something. Okay, so this is happening. You see the knee is not pinned really because of this bone constraint here. So because this was meant for this thing, as it stretches, or even more. Yeah, it's not just a stretch thing. This where it is here. This is a system for the pole target. This is because I need to separate this from how to say, so there is a parent here. This is the master pole target for the dual IK, and it's using this system. I need to unparent this to assess and what's going on. So if we pick this again now, what we will be able to see, of course there are some issues there, but this is not what I'm caring about. So if I pick this now, you'll be able to see that I can pose this thing properly without moving away the... I can make the knee pinning. And it was because this thing is affecting some bones there on the joints, which are which were the target for this is a bone that is part of this new system for the free foot. But I need to change this to something that is splitted already, that goes for the dual IK chain. And so I believe that the new target for this, although it's not clear for me, because if it splits, well, yeah, so this is a bit complicated now because it would lose functionality. Ideally, because this is part of the other, it should stay in place. So the target should be this thing. So as I wait, is that correct? Master leg. Okay, so what's happening there? I think I have some... Oh, I need to reparent. Hold on. Then I parent here. So this will make that as I... Okay, so now the system works and the legs are in position. Okay, so now you see that this thing is doing its job. But as soon as I separate, okay, no, I can pose and I can leverage. Hold on. Yes, I can leverage more, yes, whatever, and I can do the 3D cursor thing with the foot. Hold on, need to get some... No, what's happening? Let's need to reset this. Why this is not working? Oh, I need to touch that thing. Okay, so what's going on? Global, yes, it should be. I think I'm not... Okay, let's do this and then pick this bone and... oh yes, this positioning is wrong, of course. This... okay, let's try again. Let's do something like that. And then... Okay, pick that, then this, then... Okay, leverage there, then if I pick... Oh yes, I was using the wrong bone, of course. This is the... I was using... I think I was using this, right? But it's actually this one. They are too close currently, so I get that, and then... Okay, what's happening here? And then... this position, of course, is wrong, but whatever. Now I can do this, and then I can probably do that, and then keep leveraging from this. Okay, so yeah, it works. The thing here, however, is that yeah, there's some... I've made the simplification so I can make this 3D cursor thing. What I was concerned about... Oh, the system. So yeah, as I split, you see that this starts following. Now I can still use this, but okay, eventually we'll get leverage, but alright, this is not horrible, this is fine. I can have these... The cool thing is that I can have this different posing of the leg on some slightly organized way, right? Except that sometimes it might be a bit complicated. Okay, so just reset the position of that, reset the rotations. This is something I must fix about the rotation of the foot, but you see, if I pose always the dual I key, it's fine, but the idea is that this thing will work for the master pole target. I'm calling master because it's the pole target related to this I key target, this master foot, which will control the whole chain, right, the dual chain. And so if this why this bone cannot move this pole target for this kind of motion, right? It's just for this one, which is the global, the major one. But when I move this, they have their own pole targets which are dependent, especially regarding this. And so it's the minor one, I think. Let's see, control shin pole. Yeah, it will be that one just for the shin, so it doesn't even need to move depending of what we do, right? It's stable enough the way I've made. There's like an invisible wall here, it cannot cross. Like as soon as we cross here, it inverts the shin mesh, but the way it is, it's just parented to this in some situation in workspace that will make it adapt properly. I've made the test on, and so same for so even if this bone gets inside, doesn't matter, the mesh, the right, doesn't matter, because the other pole target for the, you see, for this one, so it's a control type pole, right? This one, it has an invisible wall that would be like here, so it cannot cross this way, but because the way it is parented, just as the other one, like it's this one and this one for the left side, they are parent to that bone, and then because this bone, it follows, it's also, it's parented to the I think the mechanism change. This is the base, one of the basic functionalities of the multi-dimensional WikiRig that I have now. And so this bone actually leads the minor pole targets, right? This one, right? Only this one. This is enough. We don't really need to. We can make this roll here, but it's it has a dumped tract, so there's only roll left for it is this one, and this is probably, I'm not even sure if this is currently usable, but if it were to be used, this would be for fixing some making some other hold on, yes, I have still to fix some. This is a problem now for the major roll. I have sometimes some issue doing something here, and so even this mechanism now, it's not like perfect, but it's good enough to, you see, for disposing it's good. So I have really good control. This I took from another tutorial. I just have some difficulties in rotating the, making the y-axis of the chain, especially the type bone, to align outside. So for this case, I need like to do this for having the leg outwards, but it's not that yes, the auto, at some point I think we need to pose the pole target, because you know, the, so, but at least for generic motion it's happening, it's working. But yeah, I want to improve this to find ways to, yeah, maybe the alignment in the center is also a bit strange, maybe, but if we combine with posing, it works very well. And the minor ones, we don't really care about posing. They are more like individual things, unless if the legs start to get too bizarre, then we have to repose them. So now what I think that I can do, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so there are a lot of things to fix, but for the on the rig, I mean generally, but we're improving, and this was a major proof of concept, folks. So I'm very happy now that took so long to, not so long, like maybe the whole process, maybe 1 month or maybe less, a few weeks, more than a couple of weeks, this investigation. And yes, so I'm trying to remember what can I fix. Try to, if I want to add additional those other features for the advanced foot rig, I still can. It's not difficult. And I have here, yes, I'd like to improve. No, the leverage system is fine. So yes, it is the this thing is okay. Yeah, it's more about the detail about how this thing will interact. But it's clear that this system must be independent from these ones. Otherwise, I cannot make the joint pinning, the knee pinning like that, because then this pole target would be moving, and as it moves, the knee moves, and then we lose this stillness, which is the most precious thing in that will be equivalent to FKI key switching, right? So from this, let's see my list to finish off this live. So simplify advanced foot rig, okay, we did that, just that, and also advanced foot rig leverage system for, okay, so completed. 2 topics in here. Let's leverage this down, and let's see what's left here. Okay, so this is stretch to boundary. Yeah, so okay, this will be for other lives. So the only thing here that, yes, everything is working here fine. Maybe oh, I remember, sorry, I remember one feature. So we can make the major shift if I got, for example, a rotation here, because this bone is not in the chain. I can use coordinates here for it, so I can create a copy rotation for this one only for the y-axis, and of course the copy rotation goes first and the stretch later. It's not okay, something is happening, but it's bizarre, so not sure what's going on. Of course, world space, no, we want local space, and maybe instead of replace, add before, no, add after original. I don't know if this will make any difference. So currently, let's see what happens to the pole target. Okay, it's there, the pole target. It's failing to rotate. You see, there's the. Is it targeting properly? Yes. So the target is correct, but replace local owner. Okay, so this is not working. So I'm not being able. I think the pole target is conflicting. So let's. This is just an orientation thing. So the pole target being parented to it. This is just stretching. Why it doesn't tilt on y-axis? Copy rotation. Oh, this is the y rotation. Okay, so this is not exactly. Alright, so maybe it's about the transformation, right? Because yeah, so alright, so I want to make it tilt, but for that, yeah, of course it's not it's this what I want to do. So this thing is rotating, right? See it's rolling, right? See, it's check its z-axis or x-axis. Then as I rotate this on y, here we go. But it's not the y. So actually, what about the rotate the z-axis? Then it's not. Yeah, and the x-axis, strangely, no, I'm rotating the z-axis here. So why it is? This is. I don't really understand. It's like I'm transforming some spaces here, but here I'm rotating the z-axis, and then this makes this the the x-axis does that, the y-axis okay, it's there's small tilt, but this is annoying, right? This could be a problem, a minor problem, right? Let's see, local space does okay, now we have the alright, so this kind of fixed the problem, but then we have the wrong axis going on, so maybe z-axis, alright, and this needs probably an inversion, alright, but it's all it's very slight transformation, and it's not very I can manually rotate it, but let's get a how it is possible that because it shouldn't allow me to rotate. Anyways, it's not very easy, and of course I don't want to make all this rotation in order to complicated. I want this to have an automation, but it refused to. What I could do is just duplicate this. Now it has a stacking thing. Now it's stronger, but what if I just want to rotate the foot, right? It's still not very friendly. Of course, now this is a problem of the starting condition of this bone, so let's see. According to what I've learned, so according to what I've learned, these bones, they can have different orientation because since the leg is rotated on the rest position this way, hold on, let me get back the chat. Yes, so let's see if this is accurate. We'll need to check back the this is enough to see if everything is working. Okay, this seems to be fine. And alright, so I was talking about this orientation. So usually maybe the inverse, right? So it's like, let's reset these roles, and the z-axis, let's get them like -9. So the z-axis is like, this is the local up of the leg. This means that this probably will break some things here, at least some, those dumped tracks maybe got a bit problematic, but let's ignore the dumped track for now. Just look plain how, okay, because pole targets only work with location, right? There are roles, there are It's not really important. This is more about some idea for the positioning. We need to adjust these things, right? Why those are... Oh no, they are mirroring. Okay, this is normal. Mirroring the axis. Just not familiar with this thing. So this one should, because the leg is still starting that position, right? Maybe this is yes, let's copy this orientation here, and then let's bring it, let's see, it's too inwards, right? So we just need to bring it up, and now the up for it is the x-axis, right? So if I would go on local, right, it's x-axis. Wait, actually it's okay, we can go global. We see that the x-axis of it is the world z-axis, so I need to, it's as if I was pushing the bone this direction to the left, and so this means where it is, see, here, see, so this should help me get the easier position, except that now for going up it's a bit difficult. It's still hard for going to the left side, maybe easier though. So it's too low right now, but it works. This side is still, if it's too low, it means it requires to go more on the y. No, this is okay. This is its orientation. No, we don't. These gizmos we should ignore. What we shouldn't ignore is, okay, so it's as this local axis would be equivalent to global axis, the global gizmo. So I want it to be up, so more to the z, so here more z. It doesn't look like it got upper, so maybe this proposition is not correct. No, hold on, it's getting up. Okay, this is working. It's just, it takes a lot, so it's like really we got inversion, and there we go. Of course, maybe making that up is a bit bizarre, but okay, let's not exaggerate. So no, the idea is correct. So I just don't want it to be like invert, so let's try to get it somewhere like here. Is this good enough? I think it's maybe even a bit too high, so let's get it more to the left. All this happens because of this rest position. Usually I align the axis with workspace, but because I'm learning this new way to operate, this makes things easier to understand. So that's why they are mapped this way on rest position for the armature object. So alright, then here what I still want to, it's too much to the left, so the left is it's too much to the right, sorry. So I want to start its rest position more like here, so it needs to go like here, x-axis, right? So this means that world, it needs to go up, something like here. And so where it is, yeah, we see that it has moved a little more. but I think it's not enough. Where it is, it's this one. Maybe more, let's see. Yes, so you see now it's exaggerated, so somewhere like there seems fine. And now I assume it should be easier also to pose the leg outwards, but no, it's never too easy. Actually, maybe it's something about the key. Yes, those things I need to revise. So these are the, oh, and this rest pose is actually not very good. So let's bring this down. This is better. And now I need to make sure that I have something relative to the, yeah, let's add here some inverse kinematics panel legs rig. Okay, that's it. So there's a lot of, I need to reassess this. Long time I haven't solved this properly for the legs. After I've learned from the fingers, then I didn't complete it for these legs rigs, additionally because the leg rigs got these improvements, major improvements. So that's it, folks. I think now I'm ready to make a concrete tutorial on this multi-dimensional WikiRig, because now it has got powerful features. I'm not sure anyone has done this before, so it will be a very interesting tutorial. Like alternative leg rig can do for the, you see I have also for the arms, but I need to update this according to what I've learned here. But for the hands, I'm not using leverage, but the great thing is that now I know how to make leverage work with this crazy rig. So that's it, folks, and thanks for watching, and happy blending, take care, and see you soon for more the next things here, which probably some whatever things here. So currently, let's see how far, yeah, 27. So I was weeks ago on 36, 30, so we're getting closer to solving all this thing, but we're getting fast. So this was a major achievement for me for experimental rigging, even though it's just one aspect of rigging, but this was finally solved. I'm gonna make a backup here, so this is simplifications, and this will be the file. So now that's it, folks. See you next time. Maybe probably tomorrow. So today that's enough, unless I found energy for in some miracle way. Bye, folks.